We are just 2 days away now from the reveal event inside of Warzone called Shadow Siege for Modern Warfare 3, and as we are approaching closer and closer, the news cycle is ramping up faster and faster. We have learned a lot of information over the past 24 hours or so. First of all, regarding the event itself, we have learned some further details before we jump into a bunch of big multiplayer information, and I also want to give my input and feedback on that and also inform you to proceed with caution. But first of all, regarding the event itself, according to Alix, these are the steps for the event, but they aren't in order. As you know, it'll be Shadow Company and Task Force 141 teaming up together to try and stop Connie, Makarov's private military group, his Russian ultranationalists, from extracting deadly missiles and gas underneath the bunker on Observatory Tower in Mazrah. This will be a DMZ style event, it seems, where you'll be in teams of 4. You will spawn in with loadouts, respawning will be enabled, and I guess there'll be a bunch of friendly Shadow Company operators on the map, and then there'll be Connie trying to fight against you. Anyways, the steps are apparently something about revealing a boss. You'll have to capture the silo, exfil, which I guess will be right at the end. You'll actually have to blow up the Observatory Tower. There'll be phones involved that you'll be collecting, which I'm guessing are Makarov's phones that he's been contacting us with, and you'll have to collect gas canisters. So we have some quotes from the event which are coming from Nameless, and apparently Graves says, once inside you will locate the chemicals, collect as many canisters as you can, and double time to an extract point where you will exfil your cargo and yourselves. Shepard says, yes, he is back and involved in the event. Russian paramilitary known as the Connie Group are manufacturing and stockpiling chemical weapons, posing a direct threat to global security. Your tasking is to destroy their facility and secure the chemical weapons cache. Graves says, destroying Zaya and blasting ourselves one colossal entry point into that underground complex. Graves says, thank you, General. This is an airborne to ground assault on the Connie-occupied Zaya Observatory. And I don't know why, but I'm getting very cautious about Shadow Company here, because obviously they betrayed us before under Shepard's orders. Graves returned to try and call a truce with Alex and Farah, because there's apparently a greater threat at bay, obviously Makarov's Russian ultranationalists. However, it seems like they are the ones who have been stockpiling these missiles and deadly gas underneath Zaya Observatory, and now we're going to be blowing it up so Connie can't get to it, which just seems really odd to me. I really wouldn't be surprised if Shadow Company betray us once again, and maybe that could lead to Graves dying for real this time, or even Shepard as a satisfying death in the game. Maybe in fact they're trying to use the gas and missiles for themselves for some sort of reason. We know that Makarov's Russian ultranationalists plan on invading Urzikstan. Are they then going to be trying to use these against them, or will they be using them for some other purpose? We'll have to wait and see, but that's everything we know surrounding the reveal event itself. But like I said, we've learned a lot of information regarding Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer over the past 24 hours, and I'm going to jump into all of that in a second and share my in-depth thoughts. But before I get into that, I first have a very awesome message to share with you, and we'll be right back. I'm pleased to announce that this video is sponsored by Verdansk and the handy product, the Ultra Slim Mouse Jiggler. You might be wondering, what is a mouse jiggler? It's a useful little gadget that will keep your mouse active while subtly moving it every few seconds. This is perfect for situations where you are waiting for something to load that might kick you if you have been waiting for too long, or if you are filling in a form online that requires you to not be inactive for say 15 minutes, but you need to leave your computer to find out some information for the form, but you don't want to lose your progress. It's also great for farming various in-game items in video games that once again kick you if you are inactive, or even if you just want to appear active in work or school, but just make sure that whatever work you need to complete is still finished on time. These are the highlights. Behold its ultra slim design, upgraded for a modern appeal. It simulates realistic mouse movements. Enjoy the freedom of an adjustable interval time to suit your needs. Rest assured it maintains a noise-free, cool performance even after extensive use. Experience its super simple plug-in and play convenience, plus their excellent after-sales service guarantees satisfaction. They have a responsive online customer service with 24-hour support, and what's more is they have a 30-day no questions asked refund or replacement policy if it is not working for you, and they even have a generous 4-year warranty for peace of mind. So if the mouse jiggler sounds like a device that could revolutionize your digital experience, why wait? Scoop one up today from Verdansk's website or via Amazon. You can find both links in the description and the pinned comment. Get ready to jiggle with Verdansk. Okay, so what have we learned about Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer over the past 24 hours? Well, we have learned crazy crazy news, and once again, this is all coming from Bob, a very infamous source. But it seems like Sledgehammer Games recently had a meeting with Call of Duty content creators and influencers, and that is where all of this information is coming from. It seems like someone from the event is spilling the beans and leaking out this information, and that is how we know about it. But first things first, red dots are confirmed to be returning on the minimap inside of Modern Warfare 3. It's going to be the classic minimap back after Infinity Ward, of course, removed it in Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2. One of the dumbest decisions ever, but it's finally coming back, and this is officially confirmed. This isn't even a leak, since the texts with Makarov have confirmed it if you've been texting the number recently. Now, they have also in these texts texted the Zaya Observatory bunker door. However, there's red dots in 4 different positions in the corner of the screen, so I don't know what exactly that signifies. But yeah, this will be the door that we'll be going into, obviously, to get the missiles and gas, and that will destroy Zaya Observatory. So should be a pretty fun event, I'm not going to lie. So here is everything we've learned regarding Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer from Bob. Apparently on launch, a large proportion, if not all, of the multiplayer maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 released in 2009 will be there, and this is huge news. Obviously, in Mazrah, in Warzone, a bunch of classic Modern Warfare 2 maps have been present over the past year, such as Terminal, Afghan, High Rise, and more, and we were expecting them to release over to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2. However, that didn't end up being the case for some weird reason, and instead we're going to be seeing them in Modern Warfare 3, which makes no sense. The game is called Modern Warfare 2 after all. You would expect it to release with Modern Warfare 2, but at least we're seeing them eventually. Of course, we have seen some of them released as battle maps, which of course don't just feature the 6v6 variant, but are much larger, but they didn't come to 6v6 or core multiplayer. It is very interesting that they've chosen to remaster the majority of Modern Warfare 2 maps. I think we'll be seeing maps from other games as well, maybe even some classic Treyarch maps in this game, and I think we'll see some from Modern Warfare 3 and some others, especially in the post-launch, especially because this game is the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty, so I think it's going to be a lot more remastered content than usual in celebration of that, aside from the fact that obviously Sledgehammer Games have had a very short amount of time to develop this game, so that is why we're seeing a lot of remasters, because, you know, they've had to get it out quickly. But yeah, since the fact that a lot of these maps have already been in Warzone, of course, over the past year, and we didn't get to see them in Modern Warfare 3, it just gives even more credence to the fact that this game was planned to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2. It was likely going to be marketed as a classic Modern Warfare 2 remastered map pack with additional campaign DLC, but they decided to turn it into a full game, and then they pushed Treyarch's Outbreak mode forward from Call of Duty 2024 to ensure that it comes bundled with a cooperative mode, and that is why Modern Warfare 2 unfortunately didn't have any original Modern Warfare 2 maps despite the name, because it was going to be saved for this year 2 expansion pack, or which is now Modern Warfare 3. And apparently, unlike Infinity Ward's maps, god damn it, Modern Warfare 3's remasters won't be featuring doors. I wonder if some of the maps that people didn't like from Modern Warfare 2, they might try and make changes to make people like them though. I guess we have finally learned the real reason as to why Modern Warfare 2 Remastered didn't have a multiplayer, and we found it out all these years later. Apparently, it was always supposed to be used as a get out of jail free card when COD was in trouble and they needed content fast, and this is the situation we're in with Modern Warfare 3, where of course Sledgehammer have had to make it in a very short period of time, so it makes sense that the majority of the maps are just going to be remasters, and this game is essentially kind of like Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remastered, since a lot of the features and mechanics are even going to be similar. And what's more is that, does this mean that we're not going to see any new multiplayer maps in Modern Warfare 3, at least on launch? Maybe there'll be some after launch. Maybe all maps in this game are going to be remasters, not just from Modern Warfare 2. Apparently, there's going to be 150 health, and this is the thing that I am the most excited about, which means you're going to have 50 plus health. This is huge news. The last 2 Modern Warfare games, you've had such high time to kill, it's ridiculous. There is almost no skill gap because you get shot down in a second like a laser. There's no chance for you to rebound against if you are being shot first. It's ridiculous. Like I said before, red dots are going to be returning on the minimap. Another huge thing is that map voting is apparently returning. We did see it in Black Ops Cold War thanks to Treyarch, but Infinity Ward haven't had it in their games, which is again ridiculous, and it's just manipulation. The reason why there's no map voting is because they want to dictate your game using an algorithm which they think will keep you playing as long as possible, and the no map voting also caters into the skill-based matchmaking system and algorithm, which is why it was present. It was just pure manipulation. And I wonder if this means that map voting will be coming to Warzone 2, because it seems like there's going to be multiple maps in Battle Royale. We might be able to vote on Mazrah, Vondel, Las Almas, or even Verdansk. That might be coming back, considering we know it's going to be in the campaign, so it makes sense to come to Battle Royale as well. And it seems like they might not be limiting us to just one main battle royale map at a time. Obviously already we can either have Mazrah or Vondel, but that is automatic, you don't get to choose. But if they add last Almas and Verdansk as well, because there's a lot more maps, maybe then you're going to be able to vote on them. And regarding the fact that all of these Modern Warfare 2 maps are apparently going to be coming, if not the majority, Modern Warfare 2 is a very controversial game. Even though people look back at it fondly, a lot of people don't like a lot of those maps in the game. So I think a lot of them people will love and a lot of them people will hate, especially because these were designed for a different design philosophy way back in the day. The design philosophy of Call of Duty is different to what it was back then. There's a completely new audience, and I think some of those maps people are going to find too large and too big. And it's a good thing that we have map voting back, because that means there's going to be maps that people vote on very often, and there's going to be ones that people rarely vote on, which I think is good. It's always good to leave it to the players. Another thing is that the Stalker perk is apparently back. Of course, this was in Modern Warfare 3 and COD Ghost, which will mean increased movement speed, running speed. You'll be able to move a lot faster. Again, this is huge news. This game is the complete opposite philosophy of everything Infinity Ward have done with Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2. And in addition to the Stalker perk, apparently slide cancelling is going to be back, and apparently tactical sprint will recharge while sprinting regularly. Now, we did previously receive other news that apparently reload cancel is going to be back in this game, as well as Ninja is going to be returning as a perk, but perks will now be gear, which are going to be physical equipment you can attach onto your player. And yes, so far all of these Modern Warfare 3 leaks are looking very promising. I'm not going to lie, I am very cautiously optimistic about this game after what we've received with the last two Modern Warfares, which I personally haven't been a big fan of. So I want to urge you, even though everything looks really promising here, because Sledgehammer Games are literally doing the complete opposite of everything Infinity Ward's flawed design philosophy have been doing in their games, even though I guess it's worked sales-wise since their numbers have been crazy, but in terms of players who have been playing COD for a very long time, it's not been good for us. And it's crazy to think Sledgehammer Games are marketing this game as basically not being Modern Warfare 2. They're doing the complete reverse and opposite of everything that they did. I really wonder what it feels like to be one of the lead multiplayer designers at Infinity Ward and seeing Sledgehammer Games marketing their entire game based on everything that they failed at and the community didn't like. It's just insane to think about. And another thing that's insane to think about is I've always wondered, did Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 sell so well because of the gameplay design systems in multiplayer? Because I've always suspected that the multiplayer design systems haven't been good for their numbers. I think the game sold so well due to a couple reasons. One is that Modern Warfare 2019 was the return to the beloved Modern Warfare franchise after it was absent for a very long time. It was a big reboot, a big comeback, and people love the Modern Warfare series and the characters, so people were very excited for that to return. It was also the first game with a big upgrade to the engine. The graphics improved a lot. It was also the first game to have free DLC, remove supply drops and stuff like that. It was also the first game to be integrated with Warzone, which of course largely inflated the numbers of Modern Warfare 2019 sales. Then with Modern Warfare 2, I think so many people bought it based off of the hype of Modern Warfare 2019, and it sold faster than any COD at launch. However, these sales weren't as high residually. They dropped off more than Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 is the best-selling Call of Duty, but Modern Warfare 2, even though it sold faster on launch, I think it sold slower after launch, and as such, I don't think it's going to overtake Modern Warfare 2019 sales. But personally, I think this will be a good social experiment with Modern Warfare 3. Are people just buying it because they're the developer? Because it's not Infinity Ward this time, it's Sledgehammer, even though all of the other developers are helping with it, but they won't be in charge. And I personally think this game will sell better than Modern Warfare 2, but not as good as Modern Warfare 2019, but all ultimately sell amazingly. But yeah, like I said before, even though all of this news is looking promising, it is always important to temper your expectations. Don't get overhyped, because we haven't even seen the reveal of the game. We haven't even seen multiplayer gameplay. We haven't even played the game. We haven't played the beta. We literally have only heard leaks. So there can always be a catch. For example, there could be some sort of crazy perk that completely destroys the game that we don't know about yet. There could be crazy weapons that are overpowered that we don't know about yet. There could be some other crazy thing that we just don't know about yet, and that could completely ruin the experience. So even though everything's looking promising thus far, just be careful not to get overhyped. It's always important to temper your expectations, because sometimes games aren't even bad, but because people are overhyped and it doesn't meet expectations, that is what causes people to get frustrated and angry. And maybe if they went into it with zero expectations, they might have enjoyed it more, if that makes any sense. And I also especially want to see how Sledgehammer Games handle the post-launch of Modern Warfare 3, because Infinity Ward handled it terribly for Modern Warfare 2 at release. The first couple seasons were so bare bones and lackluster with no new multiplayer maps, so hopefully Modern Warfare 3 switches it up. Now personally, I am very skeptical about this game, like I mentioned before, but I am looking forward for certain things. These things do look very promising for multiplayer. Honestly, I've not been a a big fan of the last two Modern Warfare games. I've barely even touched them for multiplayer, and this is sounding a lot more like a Treyarch multiplayer experience, which I'm a lot more of a fan of, especially the time to kill being a lot higher. So honestly, I am pretty excited for that, but at the same time, I am very critical and cautious, and I am very critical of the marketing manipulation of Activision hyping up Modern Warfare 2 in not being what we wanted, or at least us, and then the marketing Modern Warfare 3 as essentially being the Modern Warfare 2 we should have gotten last year, which is crazy to think about. They are dividing the fan base into two different player pools, people who prefer Infinity Ward style and I guess Treyarch style with Sledgehammer games, because that's more similar to Treyarch. But like I said before, Activision are finally going to get the stats on why exactly people prefer these Modern Warfare games and why they sell so well, because like I said, I presume it's not actually that much down to the gameplay decisions, and maybe because the gameplay decisions are better with this game, it could sell better than Modern Warfare 2. I don't think it'll outsell Modern Warfare 2019 though, because obviously that game was largely in fate later due to the pandemic and Warzone first blowing up, and since we're not going to have another lockdown hopefully, and Warzone won't be releasing for the first time again, it won't have that initial launch hype, we're probably not going to see a repeat of that. Now, I mentioned Outbreak is obviously going to apparently be returning in Modern Warfare 3. I can't wait for that. I wonder if in the reveal on the 17th they're going to give a little bit of a teaser for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. I wonder if they might just have a little paragraph in the blog, or maybe even at the end of the reveal trailer they could have a few second little teaser like the Cold War Zombies reveal. When Vanguard was revealed, they even mentioned zombies on the blog, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of mention of it with this reveal, but we probably won't see the full-on reveal for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies until around October. I am actually really looking forward to Outbreak being back though. Of course, Treyarch's big return won't be until next year with round-based zombies with their main COD game and the sequel to Black Ops Cold War Zombies, but that'll be a lot of fun, and I think Outbreak will continue being developed during that year as well with new content, and it might even go free to play. There's rumors of that coming from Insider Gaming that it's being considered. I don't think it'll be free to play this year, but I think maybe in 2024 with COD 2024 it could go free to play then, especially because it's rumored that zombies might actually be coming to Warzone Mobile, which I think would be awesome, being able to play Outbreak portable anywhere on the go. It's apparently really far out from development, but that might not release until COD 2024 comes out, and maybe it'll have Outbreak and even round-based zombies, and I think since that will be free to play, I really think Outbreak would perform a lot better being free to play like DMZ was. But speaking of DMZ, it is rumored that they're basically halting development of it. There won't be new updates with Modern Warfare 3, and I think that's a good thing. I'm not the biggest fan of DMZ. I know a lot of people are. It's obviously had quite a large player base. It's been the thing that people have liked about Modern Warfare 2 the most, since people weren't fans of everything else that was on offer. But despite that, it seems like because it was free to play, it wasn't very profitable, and that's why they started dabbling into the pay for advantage bundles, because they needed a way to make money. But if DMZ is getting less development time, hopefully all of those resources get pushed into Outbreak. I think Zombies needs all of that love, especially because they share a lot of similarities between the modes. Maybe even they could even do a DMZ Outbreak Zombies experience. Maybe there'll be multiple versions of DMZ, one that's just player versus zombies, one could be player versus zombies like DMZ. We'll have to see. That way they could cater to both groups of fans. But yeah, like I said, just temper your expectations. Right now, I am looking forward to Outbreak coming back, but we don't know anything about it. It hasn't even been officially confirmed yet, so there's no point getting overly excited for it. I know a lot of people didn't even like the first iteration of Outbreak, so probably aren't looking forward to this one, but wait until it gets revealed. Maybe it's going to be a lot better. I personally did like the first iteration of Outbreak, but saw a lot of room for improvement, so I think there's a lot of room for innovation there that hopefully we see with Modern Warfare 3. But anyways, that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.